which the rule of law and public faith in the justice system would inevitably collapse. It went on, a fair hearing as enshrined in Article 51 of the Constitution must be read to mean hearing of both sides. End of quote. I have duly taken cognizance of the averments in the affidavit sworn by number 237692, Inspector Peter Kamau, as well as submissions offered by counsel from both sides. What comes out from both is that being the member of parliament elect and having served in the previous term of parliament, the accused has considerable influence and sway within the constituency and indeed the larger Bungoma County, where it is alleged the offense occurred. On that common position, the question for Congress is whether it would serve the interest of justice to allow the accused back into that community of Kimilili constituency and to interact with all, including witnesses, to give him the benefit of a licensed gun holder to continue holding the gun, the question of misuse of such rights being at the center of these proceedings, and whether in his stature in society he needs sureties in addition to a personal bond. The circumstances here are such that it is desirable for the protection of witnesses, their families, and friends to be protected not only by being removed from the society under the witness protection framework, but by the accused, being the person in conflict with the law, being excluded from that environment. The court also appreciates that the circumstances said to prevail and reasons for determination in the Nairobi petition number E069 of 2021 do not include the occurrence and circumstances of the 9th of August 2020, so as to be undesirable for this court to comment upon. I do find that for this matter, it is the alleged misuse of the privilege to own and hold a gun that is being questioned. For public good and security from fear of misuse of guns by those privileged to hold them, it is only necessary that pending the trial of this matter or further orders of the court, that the accused is denied that privilege. For those reasons, it is directed and ordered that the accused may be released on his personal bond of Kenya shillings 10 million, with one surety in the sum of Kenya shillings 5 million. The accused shall, in addition, do the following as terms of bond to be released. 1. Deposit his passport in court not later than noon on the 25th of August 2022, to be so held until furthers of the trial court. Number B. Surrender all guns in his possession or control to the DCI or its agents whenever such guns could be situated within 48 hours from now. Number C, not to visit any place within Bungoma County between now and the date all the civilian witnesses shall have testified, or as may be further orders by the trial court. Number D, he shall equally not contact any of the witnesses in the matter, whether directly or indirectly, in person, by telephone calls, messaging, letters, or otherwise, pending the determination of the matter. Number E, being a politician who shapes and influences public opinion, he shall not make any comments over these proceedings, be it at funerals, radio or TV stations, pending the determination of this matter. For avoidance of doubt, these additional conditions are as substantive to the bond granted, and any violation of any of the terms shall automatically lead to bond cancellation. As parties agreed that the identities of the identities of the witnesses be protected from disclosure, the prosecution is given a period of 8 days from now to redact the witness statements as to sufficiently conceal the identities and contacts and to supply copies of such statements, as well as copies of any documentary exhibits to be used at trial to the defense within 10 days from today. We shall now take a mention date for case conference. Which date? Yes. 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 Yes.
I have instructions from the bank to request that he be granted limited access to his home activity for purpose of collecting personal effects and to enable him to collect the certificate for his declaration as the member of parliament elect for Kimberley constituency. That visit, Your Lordship, can be limited to not more than 2 hours to ensure that we do not run in conflict with. I doubt my friends on account of the
Why don't you take a date, then you make that application, because there's a ruling, and that taken, put the mentioned date as part of the ruling. Yes. Then you make your application.
Thank you.
Is that okay with everybody? Yes, Mr. Torre?
Yes, my Lord, having had the reading of this honorable court, my Lord, we respect the same and intend to abide there. My Lord, says that we wish to make an application for a slight accommodation in our interest of justice.
Yes.
My Lord, the accused persons wishes to be granted leave by this court to access his home activity for purposes of collecting personal effects that is required in his minority room for the duration of the trial. And secondly, Your Lordship, to enable him collect the certificate of declaration as the member of the Assembly representing community proceedings. And that is represent from the county, the constituency planning office.
So he's getting it from the constituency returning officer?
Yes, we will find out where he is, probably in Goma or I'm going to the
In Kimberley.
But if the court is summoned, it can be supervised in a likely event. My colleagues think that may be a possible effect related to their witnesses.
It can be supervised by
It
whom?
can be supervised. I mean, they think that they need to be accompanied. We have not seen their consideration, but don't think it's necessary because just for a limited hour, probably now. Also. Of course, that it's necessary that you should be able to do it to ensure that it's right to privacy and that that is not direct.
Yes, Mr. Kipro?
Yes, Your Lordship, it's a fair application that collects personal effects and certificates. Only that because he has not processed his phone, he has not been released officially, and the condition set by this court, he be accompanied by the DCI officers to collect his personal effects. Your Lordship, we further to that application, prosecution will request for a copy of that ruling. The certified type and certified
It can be escorted by DCI?
by DCI officers.
You're proposing now or not?
Whichever is convenient. Tomorrow is now. We will make our own arrangements.
Yeah.
We are requesting for typed and certified copies of the
I'm just wondering, must parties ask for court rulings to be given?
And then it takes long, so they require that you apply for it, and it's processed,
Okay.
they are asked that
So, type ruling?
Yes, so, then in the meantime, if the accused person cannot process the bond by court, he will remand at the Kisumu police station.
Where?
Kisumu.
Now, I want you to comment on this, then you can make yours. Just like reporters commented and made an application. What is your, I want to finish with you. What is your prayer?
I have been asked by one of the witnesses that motor vehicle registration KCR 050J.
Motor vehicle?
KCR 050J. Be released since it has already been processed.
Be released to who?
To the owner, one of the witnesses, because of the directive of the court, I did not mention the name. Since it has already been processed, the release to for release and so that it does not waste away at the police station.
I think I would want Mr. again, if he has anything about what they said and what you say about Matete's request.
I'll have my colleague use this.
Your Lordship, it is difficult for us to respond to that application because we cannot be served by the necessary evidence the prosecution intends to deny. We don't know the extent of the participation of this application in this alleged offense. I would be inclined to pray that they make a formal application.
This is informal.
At least written. Your written application will have we expect to have to the vehicle disclosed and so many resources to enable us substantively respond.
I think you didn't help us much. How is the vehicle related? So that everybody understands.
My lord, the deceased was in the motor vehicle when he was shot. Therefore, they took ballistics and blood samples, and they have already been processed.
That's the vehicle where the deceased was.
Yes. I think the prosecution confirmed that the reports are back. And therefore, photos have already been taken. So I don't know what else.
It's okay. That to me is sufficient. Madam Masai, you want to add anything or what? We'll leave it together. Mr. Kiprop?
Yes, Your Lordship, we will put our application at this stage. The vehicle is still in the exhibit. And that the investigation and forensic investigation particularly, that motor vehicle is still ongoing. Your Lordship, we have not received forensic report relating to that motor vehicle. And I have not had my colleagues indicate if they have seen one of those reports. The government case report particularly is still pending, and until investigation is completed and that motor vehicle is produced and connected, my Lord, we wish that the same remains to the police for purposes of protecting the necessary forensic evidence that is made. Maybe my colleague can, at some point, within the course of time, can make a formal application so that we respond and give the progress that the police they have made regarding investigating the crime. But for now, we object to that.
Do you have the IO in court?
Yes, the officers are here. Inspector Peter Kamau is the investigation.
Who mentioned something about ballistic report in the course of these proceedings? Or I read it somewhere.
If you have mentioned
Yes.
that they are preliminary reports about ballistics.
Okay.
Yes, but that is totally unrelated
To that application. Bwana Kamau, you still need the vehicle?
Yes, we still need the vehicle.
Okay.
Actually, the vehicle is right now.
Because your application, you want to say something lastly?
Yes, yes. Remember, they have taken photos. They have taken.
You have seen the photos they have taken? I'm told by her that you need to see what Kiprop has so that you know what is it that has been taken, what is yet to be taken.
And my issue is with the application that they made at the vehicle. Okay.
Yes.
I don't think that would be appropriate because my client has a right to his property. And to have it as an administration like this away. It's not his fault that whatever happened should not be denied access to his motivation. Therefore, if they can give us maybe by time and time, whatever investigation has been,
Director, you were raising your hand.
Your Honor, we still need to do. We have a preliminary report of the ballistics, but we have got other reports like the trajectory of the movement which will need the demonstration through the vehicle itself.
Okay.
We also still have some training analysis by the government. The same because it's being referred to numerous witnesses.
This is what I've said by overruling. The order that the accused does not visit any place within Bungoma County is tinkered with to the effect that he may, in the company of DCI personnel, visit his home and the offices of the county returning officer, Kimilili, constituency, not county, constituency returning officer, Kimilili constituency, for a span of not more than 3 hours on a date and time agreed between his counsel and counsel for the prosecution. During the visit, however, he shall not have the liberty to address any public gathering of more than 5 persons. The request by Mr. Matete for the release of the motor vehicle KCR 050J is declined just now, pending the supply of the witness statements and copies of documentary exhibits. In that regard, liberty is granted to Mr. Matete to make a formal application as and when he is ready. I've added that if for any reason the accused is to be remanded, let him be remanded at the police station. Why particularly Kisumu?
The reason is very clean. 2, because of this security and convenience.
Can there be insecurity in a police station? Yes.
That is where I feel that because they have to be able to control the past, we have decided by the narration.
If he has to be held in custody tonight, let him be remanded at Kisumu Central Police Station.